So good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Builders Talk. And today I'm going to talk to you about why clients pay you and what they really don't care about. So I'm going to start with a bit of background first and talk about when you first started up your business. So when you first start up your business, you're pretty much told to go and do competitor analysis or do a business plan, and you've got to have all this plan done to start planning out your business, maybe building your website so that you know what you can include or what you need to have when you start your business. So you pretty much sort of sit down and you start Googling and you start searching local builders in your area. You find their websites and you might have a bit of a criteria of what you're looking for when you go and look on their websites. So you sort of start comparing those different businesses and you're like, well, what have they done well here? Oh, I really like their website, like their pretty pictures. That looks really good. And then you might look at, well, what have they not been doing so well? You might see they might have some bad reviews, or their website, they don't even have a website. They might only have a listing on the local directories, or their website's not easy to navigate, or it doesn't really make much sense or flow. Then you might like to look at what type of houses are they building. Are they building project homes? Are they building custom homes? Are they doing design and construct? And then what sort of price point they might be working in. So are they budget type homes? Are they luxury type homes? Or are they mid-range homes? And things like what sort of marketing strategies are they using? So have they got not really any type of marketing strategies? Do they have discounted deals? Buy by the end of the month and you'll get a free air conditioner. And also what type of niche are they working in? Are they a custom specialist? Are they a luxury or premium builder? So the idea of the analysis is for you to go through and identify any opportunities that you can improve upon on your competitor so you can try and outperform them. So I guess another part is identifying your unique value proposition. What makes you different from your competitors? So then you go and start setting up your business using the data that you've collected from your competitors to start one-upping them. So you might sort of start going, okay, so they've used brand X for their tapware, so I'll use brand Y. They've included 5 site visits throughout the build. I might include 6. Did they have a special deal running? Get a free split system air conditioner included when you sign up this month. So you go, I might include a upgraded cookware package for my clients for this month. The big lesson here I want you to listen to is they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about the difference between one tap to another, one toilet to another. All that they care about is whether you can provide them with a solution to their problem or fulfill a desire that they're after. So if you think just having different specs will differ you from your competition, it doesn't. So you really need to be able to look at aligning your business with the desires of your ideal client. So you need to show that you can meet what they're wanting to achieve. So this is what people are really looking for. So I just want to go through a couple of sort of definitions so that you can understand what I'm talking about here. So I might actually read a couple of them just to make sure that I've got them correct. But the market does look for specific things when they're looking at, differences between different builders. And I'm going to define what a business person is, which is what is the role of a business person and what do they actually do. So a business person is the person in the business that goes and finds and solves solutions that are valuable for the people they desire to work with. Then you have a marketplace, which in effect is your niche, and you, I guess, get paid to have a solution for that particular niche that is valuable to that niche. Then you have a marketer, and the marketer is the person that goes out and basically captures those clients and brings them to your business so that you can generate the cash that you want. Whereas a business then is a series of systems that captures the ideal client, and then you deliver that solution to that problem or desire. So, which in our case is we want to build a home for our clients. So if you can show that you can produce what they want, so solve a problem or fulfill a desire, this is what creates the money. This is your cash creating framework. And not all problems or desires will pay you the same amount to be solved. So the money that you get paid is directly proportionate to the problem or desire that client wants solved and what is valuable to them. So for example, if someone wanted to build their dream home, they're usually emotionally attached to that and they are willing to pay you more money for that home. So these types of clients are more focused on what you can give them. So they have a desire they want to fulfill. And I have previously spoken about the feeling money can give you. So these types of clients are chasing the feeling that their money can give them. So they're more willing to spend more money if they can get that feeling from your product that they are chasing. But then, for example, if you have, backtrack there. If you have, so they're willing to pay for certain features and they won't compromise on certain things. So they're willing to pay for those to be in their homes. So one of our clients was, they had to have, when you came in the front door, they were on the waterfront, they had to have a big picture frame window, and along that whole hallway had to be floor to ceiling windows. So, we went through all the different pricing and scenarios of different ways to, make sure that they weren't overcapitalizing, but giving them the desire and the feeling that they're wanting. So they wanted to capture that view and they would not compromise on it. We went through different scenarios. Well, what if you, have a break here that you can put artwork on, then have your windows, then have this, and it was like, no, we have to have those windows and we are prepared to pay the potential $20,000, $30,000 more to fulfill that desire and have that feeling that they wanted when they walked through their front door. So you would get, say, for example, from someone that wants to invest in a home, they're less emotionally attached to that and they're wanting to make a profit from it as well. So they won't pay you as much. Same with, first home buyers, they're usually looking for the biggest home that they can get for their money. So these types of clients are more focused on what they can get and they want the most for their money. So I've spoken before about the whole specialist thing, and you don't actually get paid to be a specialist. You get paid to solve the problem or fulfilling the client's desires. So you need to be able to sell them that solution or the desire. And that's what you get paid for. Changing your business name to include certain words is not going to get you that extra money. The extra money is on concentrating on working out what your ideal client wants and desires and then fulfilling that. And that's what will give you that money. So the challenge, I guess, for us is to find what is most valuable for your ideal client to solve that. And each and every client will have a different desire or that they want to fulfill. So it's your job to try and uncover, what is their desire so that you can potentially custom, like we're building custom homes or we're wanting custom something. You've got to custom tailor your offer to be able to attract that client to your business rather than, well, we've got this toilet and they've got that toilet. They don't care. They don't care. They just see that as a toilet. They don't care about those type of things. They care about what they've got in their head that they want, whether you can fulfill and put that dream in front of them. So some other things you might want to know is what is the definition of value? And the definition of value is, that's what the client, it's a bit hard to put a price on it because every client has a different definition of value. So one client does, like I said, the investor, they value getting the most for their money because they want to get the cheapest house because they're not attached to it. So their value is put potentially on the price. Whereas clients that, want that view, their value is on that view. So that is more valuable to them. So you need to work out what the value is for your client. So some people define value as, price or cost, but that is not what value is. Price is more what you can charge to solve the client's valuable problem or fulfill on their desires. And then the cost we would look at would be, well, what is the cost for me to fulfill that desire or solve that problem? And the best scenario for the cash creating framework is you want to be able to find the most valuable problem for your client to charge them the most for that costs you the least amount to solve. So an example would be people pay for Gucci handbags. They're paying for the desire that they're getting from that, or the feeling from that, or the status that they get from owning a Gucci handbag. But it doesn't necessarily cost Gucci anything more to produce that handbag than potentially a no-name one. It might cost them a bit more, but you can buy one at Target for $40. You go and buy a Gucci one for thousands of dollars. I'm pretty sure the production cost of that is not thousands of dollars more. So that's their cash creating framework, because they've worked out these people desire this thing or their status of that, and we can charge more money for that. So this is how we get paid. So I'm going to go back to the business analysis. And I understand people don't want to reinvent the wheel, and most people want to model what they think is already working. But we don't actually know what's going on in our competitors' process. All we see on their website is, the different elements that they've put on there. But that's only what you see on the surface. You don't actually see what's actually underneath the surface or under the iceberg of that client until you actually potentially go through that client's process and see how are they delivering on that client's desire? What language are they using when, that these are the things that we can't actually see when we try and set up our business. So potentially we're setting up our business to actually lose because we're really not any different from anyone else, because we're not portraying that we're different from others. So it just then becomes a commodity, and you are more sort of competing on that price, because they just look at them all and say, yep, she's got toilets, she's got this, she's got that person as well. So you're not portraying to the general public what they are actually looking for. I guess from the customer's perspective, they just look at the pieces, the products and the processes, but we need to uncover the value of what that client wants to be able to produce that desired outcome. And you need to intentionally design your business to be able to attract those clients. So these are the type of techniques that I do teach in my up and coming program, the Custom Construct Code, which will be coming out later this year. So until then, keep on powering your businesses, and I'll see you next week.